fastest run of the day by far.
And didn't that just suck the wind out of DeJean here?
Going to have a heck of a fourth quarter coming up. Got to finish off the third, though, first.
Keep them out of the end zone here and make them burn something in the
They
fourth.
will run the clock off. I doubt Marion can get a play off in 2 seconds, and they won't. Fourth quarter coming up. Cats up 13-0. But Marion on a 45-yard run there by Kelby Ford has put it inside on the outskirts of the red zone, just at the 21-yard line. And that's where they'll have it as we flip sides of the field. 13-0 Bearcats leading. We've got an exciting fourth quarter coming up. 8-0 Marion trailing by double digits here in Bristol. We'll see if the Bearcats can get another clutch stop here in the fourth. We'll be right back here on Bearcat Radio. 13-0 Cats leading.
Can't get enough of Bearcat sports? Come to Buffalo Wild Wings at the Falls every Wednesday at 6:30 for the Bearcat Sports Chat. The voice of the Bearcats, Dylan Hutton, will talk with various Virginia High coaches and athletes each week on the radio, on location from Buffalo Wild Wings off Exit 5 in Bristol. Come enjoy wings while watching the show or listening right here on Spreaker.com. Bearcat Sports Chat, 6:30 p.m. at Buffalo Wild Wings at the Falls. Go Bearcats! Bearcat Radio is brought to you by State Line Motors. Visit State Line Motors on Euclid Avenue in Bristol.
Welcome back to Bearcat Radio. Cats leading 13-0 as we head into the fourth quarter, but Marion knocking on the door. They're on the 21-yard line in Bearcat territory. Ball's over on the left hash. They're now working right to left across the field as we flip sides of the field here. Cats clinging again to a 13-0 lead, and Marion first and 10 from the 21. They're going to line up with 2 wide to the right, 1 wide receiver to the left side. And it is Reese in the backfield, not Ford, for this snap. There's a snap, handoff straight up the middle to Reese, and the Cats get in there right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Second down and 10.
Too. Great job. Now here comes Kelby back on the field.
After that 45-yard gain, Ford back out onto the field. And that goes down as actually a loss of a yard. Second down and 11. 11:38 to go in the ball game. Marion just 2 timeouts left, and same for Virginia High, 2 left. 13-0 Cats. Big possession here for the Hurricanes at the 21-yard line. 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Ford in the backfield. Snap, quick screen off to the left side. Got it out there. He's got a block down to the 10, inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Big play there as Alex Robinson caught the screen, had a couple of blockers, and took them all the way down inside the 10 to close to the 7-yard line. It'll bring up first and goal from the 7 for Marion. It's their first trip inside the 10 tonight as well.
And Marion just did a good job blocking the outside linebacker there, which I believe at the time was can't find the number on my sheet, Dylan.
There's a snap, straightaway handoff forward. Now he's going to go off to the left side. He's met there, and the Cats get him after a short gain, maybe a yard, up to the 6-yard line. Actually up to the 7. The ball was at the 8. Second down and goal from the 7 for Marion. And we've seen it all night. Marion 0 for 4 on fourth down, but again, this fourth down territory as well. Down 13-0 with 10 minutes and change to go in this ball game. And an undefeated season on the line for the Hurricanes. 2 wide to the right, 2 to the left for Marion in the all-white uniforms. Ford to the right of the quarterback, Wyatt. Rolling out to the right side is Wyatt. A quick screen trying to get into the end zone. He's upturned there short right at the 1-yard line. They're able to close down on him, make the tackle. Bazell and Adkins there. Just a little quick hitch route. Now a lot of pressure on these corners. And now they're going to move the heavy set out onto the field for Marion, trying to blast one through here. Ball's at the 2-yard line, 3rd down and 2. Marion trying to get on the board here in the fourth quarter, trailing 13-0. 9:54 and counting on the clock.
Makes you wonder, where is Kelby?
Yeah, Kelby is not out there on the field right now. Ford is not, as they moved 24 Reese back out there. Tight set. Snap, they're going to roll straight out to the right side. Trying to get to the end zone, he's not in. He's short. Clock's going to keep rolling. That was Tanner Tate coming in there in the run package for the quarterback and short. It's 4th down and 2. Didn't get anything. Didn't even get hardly back to the original.
Here comes Kelby Ford on 4th down.
4th down and 2, and the starting quarterback, Wyatt, and also Ford back out there for this big 4th down play. I don't know why you don't have them out there for the 3rd down, but we'll see. Crowd coming alive over here on the Virginia High side. 9 minutes and counting on the clock. 20 seconds on the play clock. They're running in a late sub into the slot on the left side. 4th down and 2. 4th and goal from the 2. Kelby Ford in the backfield. There's a snap. Wyatt looking downfield into the slot, and it's incomplete, or it's complete but short. He caught it and dove right at the 2-yard line. Turnover on downs for the 5th time tonight. Cats get a stop on 4th down. Marion had the ball for 2 snaps at the 2-yard line and couldn't get 2 yards.
And that what is the thought process of taking out your starting quarterback and your starting running back in a run-pass option to get nothing on that play, then throw a pass from the 2-yard line just to stuff it up and give the ball back to the Bearcats?
And the Cats now with the ball deep in their own possession, back at the 3-yard line, actually caught it and lost a yard.
You got to be careful. You got to get some room here.
As Lathrop takes the snap, this time straight off to the right side. Good ganging out past the 5-yard line there on the carry. Couldn't quite get a number from here. It looked like Rose from where I'm sitting. They're all the way down to our left side. It was Rose. Got 6 yards. Good carry there on 1st down. 0 for 5 Marion on the game on 4th down. Amazing that they've not been able to come up with anything on 4th. The Cat defense has been able to batten down the hatches. 8:22 and counting on the clock. As they're letting the clock run all the way down as low as they can. Now 8:12 on the clock, 8:10. They'll put a man in motion from the Jet side. Now straight up the middle with Rose, and it's clogged up, no gain. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5. Ball's still at the 7-yard line. Got to get it up to the 13.
What do you do here, Dylan? You try to keep that clock running, and you try to make a pass.
I don't know. Michael Howard going to come in, though, in the backfield, so it makes you think pass here.
I'd look for maybe a cross pattern by him over the middle.
Clock down to 7:35. One wide receiver out to the left, one to the right. Lathrop going to roll straight out to the right side, looking downfield high and incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Careful, Jamie, careful.
As that was Alexander Mazoff who almost had the interception. He'll go incomplete, though, as he tried to just roll it out. And that, most importantly for Marion, that stops the clock at 7:25. You could have run another 25 off of it there.
Well, then plus the punt. So if you think about it, I want just a stat. Virginia High has only had 3 third downs in the second half, and they haven't converted on a single one yet.
Carroll punting 5 yards deep in his own end zone. He gets it off. Low punt out to the 40. It's dropped there, and it's down, but it's recovered. There is a flag down on the play. Alex Robinson dropped the football.
Blocking the back.
So blocking the back on Marion, and that's going to send them back even further. The ball was going to be out at the 41-yard line, and it is a block in the back on Marion as they'll push it all the way back across to the other side of the field, back to the 49-yard line. So a big penalty there puts Marion back in their own territory by a yard. Over on the left hash as Wyatt's back out on the field. So they couldn't get it on 4th down and goal from the 2, and Cats go 3 and out, forced to punt. Now Marion back with the ball, 3 wide to the right, empty set, 2 wide to the left. Ford in the slot on the left side. 7:19 on the clock as Marion takes over on the 49, their own 49, trailing 13-0. Snap, quick pass off to the right, threw it behind his receiver, no communication there. And tried to get it to the senior McNeil.
Marion sent everybody just on streak patterns there is what the communication was. But that's not Marion's game at all, Dylan. If we get them in a game like this, I feel very confident in the rest 7 minutes and 15.
Yeah, you've got them in a position now where they almost can't risk running it very much more. Ford has been held in check other than a one run from 45 yards. There's a snap dropping straight back, trying to get pressure of the Cats. Wyatt's going to take off on his own up past the 50, and he's upended there. Good tackle out there in space. Alex Adkins coming through again.
Just a short game there, maybe 2.5, 3 yards.
He had 38 tackles coming into tonight's game. There's another one to add to the sheet.
He's probably had 38 tonight with the way it all seems.
He's been everywhere. They got it across the 50, gain of close to 3 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7. They got to get it across the 45 down to the 41 to get the first. Shotgun for Wyatt and the Hurricanes. Tight formation, 3 wide, tight right behind the tackle. There's a snap. Off the edge pressure. Adkins trying to get there, and now scrambling around is Wyatt as he goes off toward the left side trying to get to the edge, and they were able to close down on it and get him short of the 40-yard line. No first as he comes up about 2 yards short. Bring up 4th down and 2 as the ball sitting at the 30 or 41-yard line. Is sitting at the 43.
And I'm not sure how you don't get called for holding when you slam the other guy from the air in the ground.
Yeah, a lot was going on that play. Alex Atkins was trying to get some pressure, but, of course, if you leave your feet, you got to come down eventually. I think some of the fans here didn't like that, but it'll bring up 4th down and 2. Marion 0 for 5 on 4th down. Coming out in the shotgun. Got to have 2 here. 6:28 to go in the ball game, 13-0. This time Ford right up the middle, and he's got it. It looked like he got it there from the preliminary spot. He had to get to the 41, and he got it out near the 40, and Marion looks like will keep possession. Ford coming up a little slow there at the end of that, though.
But, for Marion here, what you got to say about him is even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while, and that's 1 for 6 on 4th down tonight.
Yeah, it's been a tough night for the Hurricanes on 4th down offensively. First of all, you don't want to get in that position, but when you are, makes things rough anyway, whatever you're trying to fight from behind. There's a snap. Looking on the slant route, they make the connection at the 30. Good tackle there, one-on-one, as Austin Davidson able to grab Zachary McNeil before he broke back. Got 12 yards, 1st down inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. 1st and 10, Marion.
And I know you want to adjust if you're Virginia High, but keep playing your game. You were doing a great job holding them. The passes are going to happen. You got to play your game. You got to get in the quarterback's face. Make him run.
3 wide to the right, 1 wide to the left. Ford in the backfield. 6 minutes on the clock. 13-0 Cats leading. There's a snap. They're looking deep down the field. Adkins over the shoulder catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Marion. Zachary McNeil, the senior, coming up with a big catch in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Marion. And they've cut it to 13-6 with the extra point looming. 5:55 to go here in the ball game. Just beat Austin Davidson there on the corner, threw it right over his head, and actually Davidson was in position, just didn't get his head turned around.
Never turned to find the football, and even if that would have happened, I think they would have called him for the PI there.
5:55 to go in the ball game, and Marion's on the board. Leonard on for the extra point.
And now
offsides.
Davidson jumps off sides.
So now that changes things a bit. We'll see what they decide to do for the extra point. Looks like they're just going to kick it.
Yeah, anyway. I don't think
you're not gaining anything. Virginia has already missed an extra point. The drive, 1 minute, 34 seconds for Marion, 51 yards and a touchdown. So a lot of things happening there on that pass completion. There's the kick, and he made it just over the right upright. Barely made it. Barely put it in. 13-7 the score. Virginia High holding on. They've got 5 minutes and 55 seconds to hold on to this 6-point lead. We'll see if the Cat offense can get something going here. It's been a struggle here in the second half. Let's take a quick commercial break. 5:55 to go. We'll kick it off again in just a second.
You're listening to the best high school football in the Tri-Cities on the Bearcat Sports Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Matt Kenseth. You don't have to be a race car driver to know that life can be full of drama. Some of it you can't control, like mechanical issues, high winds, and rain delays. But there's some drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
You just need to take that first step and find free classes near you, and leave the drama for the racetrack.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
Marion connecting there. 5 minutes, 55 seconds to go in the ball game. They've cut it to 13-7. as Marion was able to connect.
Yeah, I think this
Leonard
different formation than usual.
Leonard set to kick it off as timeout on the field.
That's
Looks
huge.
like Marion has called